What's up, y'all? So I just wanted to give a public service announcement, just a reminder for some. God is not the author of confusion but of peace. So if you're in a situation and there's confusion involved, just know that God has his hands is not in any of that. You shouldn't be, if there is confusion, God is not in that. I don't know why I instantly thought about the lady who, when the king, it was a king and he had two women and it was a baby, and he was telling them that, both women were saying that the baby were theirs. This is a story in the Bible. Both women were saying that the baby were theirs. And so the king was like, okay, I know how I'm gonna, deal with this. He said, I'm just gonna kill the baby. I'll just split the baby in half and you get one half and the other get one half. So at that instant, the woman instantly said, well, the baby is, one of the women was like, well, the baby is not mine, it's the other lady's baby. So that killed all the confusion. So even though the baby was actually hers, it was the love, which was the peace. It was the love that the woman had in her for her child that seized all the confusion. She was like, you know what? Don't even worry about it. Just let her have the baby. If it's going to keep him alive, just let her have the baby. And it seized all the confusion. So but the story ended up, he knew then that she was it was Solomon. Solomon was king. He knew then that she was the actual mother of the baby. But I said all that to say this, that anytime there is confusion, God will give you a way out and let you know, okay, this is not my voice. But if you want to hear my voice, I can let you hear my voice and give you peace in this situation, in the state of confusion. So just know, if you ever in a situation you're just so confused, you just don't know what to do, you're just confused, or if you're in a place and it's just confusion in this place, so much confusion, or you somewhere and it's just, you at a job, it's just so much confusion, it's just confusion, just know that God is not the author of that confusion. That is the enemy. He loves confusion, he loves division, he loves diversion, he loves anything that's going to divide you or keep you looking crazy. He loves stuff like that. So just know that anytime there is confusion in the midst, God has nothing to do with it. I don't care if you are in a situation and it's a whole lot of he say, she say going on. I don't care if you know the truth and you know the truth for sure, but even with you telling the truth in the midst of the confusion, if it's still causing confusion, then at that moment okay, God is not in this. I just need to step out of the confusion, and that's your way out of it. Now, every now and then he may give you a word to say in the midst of that, but even if you have something that's deep down in you, well, I know the truth, and I know for a fact that it didn't happen this way. Well, let me just tell my side of the story. And by you telling your side of the story, you continuing the confusion on, they'll let you know right there that God is not in the midst of that. He probably didn't even tell you to say that. He probably told you to just be quiet, don't say nothing. And there's a time and a place. Now, you may have you ever been in a situation where people were just like into it? Or you, like a child, you may have been a child, and you just arguing, going back and forth. And that one grown person come in the room that don't play and be like, I'm going to tell you like this, such, and it shut it down. It cut the confusion off at that instant. At that moment, that's what God does. He cut the confusion off. And if you're talking, even though you're telling the truth, even though you feel like what you're saying is right, if you're talking and steady causing confusion, then God did not tell you to talk in that instance. He didn't tell you that. He probably told you to be quiet. Just don't say nothing. Just don't say nothing. He probably telling you to be quiet because he'll bring the truth out. He'll say who said what. He'll make it come forth. He don't need you to do it. So I just thought about that. Like, anytime there is confusion involved, God is not in the midst of that, baby. He is not, because he is not the author of confusion.